You write about 3 techniques for freeing ourselves: positive thinking, having a mantra, witness consciousness. Let's talk about positive thinking first. You write about a simple, healthy exercise we can do every time we have a negative thought. I think this is fantastic. What is it?
It is every time you have a negative thought, which is to me, I call those automatic thoughts. They're just coming by themselves. You didn't make it happen. It just came up by itself. You can replace it willfully with a positive thought. So if your mind all of a sudden says, I don't want to see David, he hurt me last time, just sit there and say, I'd like to work out with David, our problem. I don't want to be like that. Just you willfully replace the negative thought, which is just an automatic thought of your suppressed stuff releasing itself. Replace it with a positive, willful thought, and it will change your life.
I think, I tell people to have a shelf, a storage of positive thoughts that you can go to when the negative stuff shows up. Do you do that?
To the extent, if I have a problem with my mind, which of course is much better after 50 years, but I hope, but if I have a problem with my mind and it's not just going through, all right, I will change what it's saying to a positive thing. I use the example in the book. Let's say it's hot. You just walk around, oh, it's so hot. Oh my God, I'm dying. It's so hot. That's ridiculous. What good is that to say that inside your mind? It just makes you miserable, right? And so I have my mind say, there's a sun 93 million miles away, a star. It's close enough, 93 million miles away. It is so hot that you're complaining about feeling its heat. That's amazing, right? In Miami, I'm in Florida, 350 miles away from Miami. How hot would a fire have to be for me to feel it in Gainesville, Florida? The whole town would have to be on fire. I don't think I could ever do it. And this thing's 93 million miles away, and you're complaining that you feel the heat? You should be rejoicing. It's a miracle. It's amazing. That's how science can help you, by the way, all right? By bringing reality into the show instead of your stupid little personal complaints.
You also mentioned mantras. You believe in mantras. How do mantras help us?
It's basically saying you can replace your negative thoughts with a positive thought, but that's a lot of work, okay, to do that all the time. You can also, have you ever noticed that you can have a song going on in your mind by itself that you can't even stop if you try to?
Right.
What if instead of a song, it was saying, I love God, or I'm the happiest person in the world, I'm the happiest person in the world. That's a mantra too, by the way, all right? I'm always okay, I'm always okay. And that got instilled in a deeper layer of your mind than the one that's doing the silly talking, right? And the next thing you know, it's going on all the time. It's just sitting there reminding you without any effort. You don't have to replace it with a positive thought. It's already going on in there because you just repeated it over and over again during your meditation time or during driving.
Yeah. My favorite that I've taught my girls over the years is, things are always working out for me.
There you go.
Things are always working out for me because things always do.
That's
and
right.
I think if most people listening to us right now, if you're still here, if you're still standing and you're a full-blown adult and been through some stuff, things are always working out for you. So that is one that you can repeat to yourself and actually believe. But let's get back to the surrender thing again, because I think the thing that causes most people such anxiety in the world, such stress, such angst all the time, is not being able to accept the present moment.
That's right.
And you talk a lot about this, about being able to release yourself into what actually is, which we've talked a little bit about before. But can you talk more about that, about the misery caused by not accepting what is?
Well, the reality, one of the phrases, sentences in the book, which I really like, says, right, no one has ever been able to make something not happen that already happened. Period. You may not want it to happen again, right? You may do whatever you want. But if it happened, it's over. That's real, all right? So you only have a choice, all right? Either you resist or you accept. Again, you write down it's simple stuff, right? If it already happened, somebody said something, either you resist it or you accept it. Where do you see the difference? If you resist it, it causes all kinds of trouble inside of you. It hits all the stuff from before. All kinds of disturbance happens inside. If you start off by saying, well, at that moment, it's reality. That's what they said. I can handle that. I can accept that. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do anything about it. It doesn't matter if I'm going to work with it. But my starting position is not one of reactive resistance. That will change your life.